And welcome back. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, everybody. I'm Tomo.
And I'm a franchise running out of steam.
And we're back with part 3 of reviewing every single Power Rangers theme song. We've had some bangers from Ron Wasserman and a couple other people.
People who aren't Ron Wasserman.
And we've had Power Rangers RPM and Operation Overdrive. Will Haim Saban getting the rights to Power Rangers back result in strong openings? Let's find out with Power Rangers Samurai.
You know, a common criticism of Power Rangers I hear is that they really just can't escape Mighty Morphin's shadow. I mean, Super Sentai references its past shows, but it's not like Go Ranger or Zhu Ranger is always popping up with its themes and whatnot. With that in mind, that sure was Go-Go Power Rangers, but slightly worse.
Slightly?
Okay, worse.
Yeah, it's Go-Go Power Rangers, but they, there's a common meme, soul versus soulless. It's amazing how much completely changing the lyrics on an amazing instrumental completely ruins a song. And like you were saying, the Escaping the Shadow, like every single theme song going forward for a while has like a tagline. This one is Rangers Together, Samurai Forever. And it just does not work for quite a while.
That weirdly sounds like it would fit into that, Saturday Morning Watchmen YouTube animation, if you've ever seen it.
Yeah.
What was it? Rangers Together, Power Forever?
Rangers Together, Samurai Forever.
Rangers Together, Samurai Forever. They're the best of friends. See?
Yeah, I could see it. As it is, this one's Space Dumpster, but I think it's top of Space Dumpster.
See, I would super stale tie because it is literally stale.
You know what? Fair enough. But now, if you didn't like Power Rangers Samurai because it's literally just Go-Go Power Rangers, but worse, let's see how you feel about the absolute worst that Power Rangers has ever presented. So, how do you ruin a 20th anniversary legacy series based on one of the, if not the most popular Super Sentai series ever made for their 40th anniversary?
Well, I'm going to do a bit of a metaphor here. A food metaphor.
Okay.
Sometimes you keep something in the fridge a little bit past its expiration date or best by date, and it starts to go stale. But perhaps by that time, it's still edible. You could probably eat some of it. But if you keep it past that point, well, then there's nowhere for it to go but the dump.
Yeah, this theme song is emblematic of Megaforce as a whole. How do you ruin what should be an amazing anniversary special? You treat the previous actors like shit. You basically try to give them pennies on the dollar, force them to pay for their own trips to New Zealand, and then you just lazy out. Like, again, we're not rating the show itself, but they're trying to honor Power Rangers history. Why are they still including the suits from Super Sentai that never aired in Power Rangers?
Okay, we need to focus on the song.
Yes.
Which the point is this is Mighty Morphing again, but worse. And doing that twice in a row really hurts the nerves.
Yeah. Now, that's not to say necessarily that reusing the song over and over is necessarily bad, and we'll see why in the next season, which is, again, one of my top 5s. But let's see what Shade thinks in Power Rangers Dino Charge. And here is where I'd like to take that food metaphor, where you're talking about leftovers. There's nothing wrong with having leftovers, especially if, you're taking, making some fried rice. You got some old rice left over, you got some fresh eggs. But the key to making a good fried rice is not just dumping everything in a wok and hoping it's good. You've got to do something with it. And I think Dino Charge not only did something with it, but definitely improved upon what the previous seasons were doing.
So what you're saying is they should have let them cook.
They needed to let them cook. And in Dino Charge, they cooked. And my God, does it pay off.
Oh my God, some variety.
Yeah. They still use Go-Go Power Rangers. They still use that same, the key phrase, there was the Samurai Forever and Megaforce all together. This one's, Dino Charge all together. But it works. They weave it into the song in a way that feels natural.
I like having just a less intense song. It's a little more, melodic, a little more letting the music stand, not just like kind of going as loud as possible. And I really think it paid off and gave it sort of the epic feel that Megaforce perhaps needed.
Yeah. Which is why this is one of my favorite theme songs. It's absolutely top of more phenomenal for me. What about you, Shade?
I would put it up in top 3 of More Phenomenal alongside Zeo and Mighty Morphin. So how about we put it in between the two?
Okay. But can they hold off and keep a solid theme song going into Ninja Steel? No, they can't. This one is not terrible, but it is not good.
I like the instrumentals. The main sort of guitar riff is good, but those lyrics, the singing does not fit.
Together Ninja Steel. And then they make it even worse with Ninja Spin.
The Go-Go Power Rangers also feels very lazily inserted here.
Yeah. I'd put this in Super Stale Tie.
Yeah, Super Stale Tie it. It's at least listenable as a song compared to some of the worse in Space Dumpster, but man.
Yeah, it's not good. I'm definitely gonna put it above Samurai, but yeah. Next, we're gonna skip Hyperforce because that was just a group of online community people doing the Power Rangers RPG, and I think they put that on Amazon. But it wasn't actually Power Rangers. They did their own theme song, but it's basically just these online YouTubers posing. So, let's go for Beast Morphers.
Morphin' time. For justice we fight, with Beast Morphin' light. Together we rise.
What do you think?
This one went back and forth for me.
Yeah, it's got some really great parts. I really like the way the robotic voice does that Beast Morphers.
The first robotic voice was great.
Yeah.
The subsequent ones, I thought, brought it down a little bit. And this was just a constant back and forth between here was a good part, here was a bad part.
I think this one is a great example of either Butt Rock or Super Stale Tie.
That's the lower end of Butt Rocket.
Okay. Below Jungle Fury, I think, right there. Next, that was, I believe, the last episode, the last season to air on television. They went over to Netflix for the final 2 seasons.
And you know what's great for audience retention? Netflix.
Oh, yeah. So, let's listen to the first of the final 2 seasons. So my biggest flaw with this one, it's too short. You don't really get a chance to build up. Like they're obviously trying to do like this hard rock theme song, and it's like 20 seconds long. You don't really get a chance to really enjoy when they bridge into the evolution, revolution. Like all the parts are good, they just don't have enough time to connect.
I barely heard that. It was kind of hard for me to understand the lyrics.
Yeah, I suppose.
Kind of synthy.
Yeah.
Technically, it made it hard to, and like kind of a weird mismatch to a dinosaur season.
Yeah. So, Super Stale Tie?
Super Stale Tie, which is a shame because this is one of the Power Rangers shows where I most want to watch its Sentai, sister series.
I mean, that doesn't necessarily reflect on the series itself. A lot of these terrible series are well regarded. We put Megaforce at the bottom of F tier, and Gokaiger is easily the most popular Super Sentai ever made.
Yeah.
But it's time for the finale of Power Rangers. They built up everything in the series. Lord Zed's back. So what did they do with the theme song? Let's listen to Power Rangers Cosmic Fury.
Morphin' in outer space, time to save the human race. Morphin', Power Rangers Cosmic Fury.
And that was the final theme song. Did it hold up?
You saying Lord Zed was back gave me a bad feeling about this because, can't escape the shadow of Mighty Morphin. I think this was slightly better than its previous song.
I completely agree. They really had a better idea of what they were doing with this theme song. This felt actually like a really honorable way to send off everything. They brought back some of the original things. Like you said, they can't escape the legacy of Go-Go Power Rangers. But I think this is probably the first time they did an anniversary special, and it felt honorable to the originals. So, theme song-wise, I still don't think it's great. It's still kind of messy with connecting everything.
Yeah.
But it's still better than Dino Fury. So I'm going to stick this above Mystic Force in Super Stale Tie. What do you think?
I think it almost could escape into butt rock territory here.
You think so? Yeah, okay. Whoops, not Mighty Music.
He is not quite to that level.
Butt rock. So here's our tier list. If you've been paying attention, our S tier will be Power Rangers Zeo, Dino Charge, Mighty Morphin, Dino Thunder, SPD, Turbo, and In Space.
These songs are more phenomenal.
Absolutely. And we are saying that completely without cringe, and I'm not hating myself every time I say it. Going down into Mighty Music, we've got Mighty Morphin Alien Rangers, Lightspeed Rescue, and Time Force.
These certainly are the first part of the title.
You feel good about that one?
No.
Going down into the butt rock, which is, this entire franchise's theme songs, but they still slap. We've got Lost Galaxy, Wild Force, Power Rangers Jungle Fury, Power Rangers Beast Morphers, and Cosmic Fury.
These are all songs I could casually hear on the radio and pay like 2 seconds of attention to.
Yeah, you just kind of, it's on the radio. It's inoffensive. You're just, okay. Down to Super Stale Tie, where we're getting to the really forgettable stuff. We've got Ninja Storm, Mystic Force, Dino Fury, Ninja Steel, and Samurai.
We really put both the ninja shows in the same tier.
Quality-wise of the shows, Ninja Storm absolutely shreds Ninja Steel, which is not good.
Ooh.
Which is a shame because I really like the setup for the villains in that one. But for another time.
Maybe they're just hiding down there, waiting for their chance to assassinate a better show.
Yeah, but who do you want them to assassinate? Exactly. And finally, in the Space Dumpster, my Space Dumpster personally is usually a bit bigger than this, but we've got Operation Overdrive, RPM Getting in Gear, and Super Megaforce, or just Megaforce. Both of them are terrible.
Let's hope they don't get free after 10,000 years.
I'm so mad about Megaforce, and I think it echoed in this review. But that is our review. I still have a soft spot in my heart for Power Rangers. Though we have, Shade and I started watching, as of now, we're about 2/3 of the way through Osama Sentai King Oja.
You are the king.
And it's a lot of fun. It feels like a shonen anime, but in sort of live action, because, it's like 2/3 CG.
It's a very Spy Kids.
Yeah.
Everything's on a green screen.
Yeah. And it's fun. It doesn't feel like a traditional Power Rangers or Sentai series, but I think it works.
We're probably going to go on to other Sentai after we finish watching it.
And I'm probably going to watch more Power Rangers.
But, I gotta say, most of the songs were more phenomenal. So, that's a good point to it. But the fact any of them exist in Space Dumpster is something to be looked down upon. for the fact that it is attempting to break the streak of Toku music doesn't miss.
And yeah, that's kind of the issue. You know, even Toku, like, once they hit their stride, they didn't stop. You know, like early Super Sentai themes, pretty forgettable. And then you get to Zyuranger, and basically everything after Zyuranger is fantastic. Same thing with Kamen Rider. You know, you had the original Kamen Rider, was amazing. Kuga's theme is amazing. I haven't heard any. Were there any other ones?
I mean, I feel like most of them are at least in some degree loved. And the original Godzilla soundtrack still is getting reused to this day. It's iconic.
And I mean, even when you've got bad Godzilla theme soundtracks, they're still decent. It's just they're bad compared to other Godzilla tracks.
Whereas Power Rangers definitely has bad songs. Not bad Power Ranger songs.
Yeah.
Bad songs.
Operation Overdrive is just terrible. Well, until next time, stay in school. Don't try this at home. The Power Rangers are trained professionals.
And if a mysterious floating head says that he needs to recruit you for his war against evil, believe him.
Yeah. But remember, too much pink energy is dangerous.